Welcome, everybody. Today we have an exciting lesson. We're going to be talking about something called fake kidnapping. So we'll unpack what that means. But this is an intermediate B1 lesson. And I will have Paula, if you want to read the objectives for us.
Sure. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to discuss simple text and audio recording. Students will also learn how to use the passive voice to describe situation in the past.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we will do our warm up. Laura, what is a kidnapping?
Eh, a kidnapping is uh, when the person is private of their liberty,
Yeah, when a person is deprived
deprived.
of their liberty. Um, so maybe like, how would you say like, taken against their will? Maybe we could add that. Okay. Um, yeah, and then, Edwin, have you ever heard of a fake kidnapping?
Well, I have never heard about it, but maybe I saw or I watched a movie when something like this happened, but I don't remember even the name of the movie. But yeah, it was something like this, like a fake kidnapping.
And just so you know, the your microphone is like really loud. I don't know if there's a way that you can change the volume on it, but it's coming through really strong.
To turn
So
down, you mean?
yeah, is there a way to turn down the microphone?
I will try it.
Um,
Okay, sure.
okay, cool. Yeah, it's just like okay. And then Paula, looks like you're connecting a new device. So um,
Yes, I'm
okay.
connected through my computer because I don't like to take this class just on the phone. So I just
Hi.
turn on my computer. Sorry.
Cool. Okay. If you want to answer the question at the bottom.
The last one. Why would
Yeah.
why will someone pick their own kidnapping? Okay, it's a difficult question. Don't know, but maybe I think some people have some let me, ¿cómo es la palabra? Eh, police or life police, and maybe
Oh, like
they
a policy, like an
yes,
insurance
police,
policy.
yes, police. Sorry, and maybe they would like to have that money or win some money because the Raptors require some amount.
Okay. Interesting idea. Yeah. So maybe some people have an insurance policy and they do that to get some of that money. Okay. Possibility. Um, okay. So I'm going to reshare because I forgot to share my audio. Um, but here we go. And so here's the questions to think about while we listen to the audio. So they're on the screen for you, giving you a heads up. We're gonna listen to like simple version, and then we're gonna listen to a version that has a little bit more detail. So I'll start by playing the simple version. It's about 1 minute.
A man in Australia has to pay $10,000 because he faked his own kidnapping and wasted police time. But that's not even the most unusual part of this story. On New Year's Eve last year, 35-year-old Paul Ira told his partner that he had to meet his financial guy, when in fact he was going to see his lover. When she didn't believe his story, he sent her a message from the kidnapper, saying that they will keep Paul until the next day. Paul's partner called the police, who found both Paul and his lover. Paul later was arrested and charged. Last week, Judge Michael Ong decided Paul wouldn't go to prison, but had to pay for the 200 hours of police work that were wasted.
Okay, was that better, Edwin?
Yeah, that was much better. Thank you.
Okay, I apologize. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
Okay, so question number
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Who did Paul want to meet on New Year's Eve? His financial guide?
Okay, so he said he was going to meet his financial guy. That's correct.
Yeah.
Who did he really meet?
I didn't understand actually, but yeah, probably now I need help for my friends.
Okay. Laura, can you help us out?
Okay, how many hours
Oh no, question number one. We're helping Edwin.
Oh, I don't get it.
Okay, so
He
question
mentioned
number
something
one.
like his rubber, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, something about a
I know
lover.
a partner
Ah,
is
lover.
a lover,
Okay.
but I don't know what is the meaning of such lover.
Yeah, so lover, so we have partner, which is your primary romantic relationship.
Okay, partner in crime, no?
Okay, yeah.
Versus
So his
lover
lover, yeah.
is, what do you think, Edwin?
Uh,
Partner, primary,
a,
versus lover is like
a
I don't know,
relationship,
like a deeper relationship.
Secondary.
Secondary, okay.
Yeah, so like in Spanish, we call it like the moza.
okay.
Yeah, so the lover is the secondary person, the not the primary person that you're with, or the secondary person that you're with. Um, obviously,
Okay.
not everybody has a secondary person. Not everybody has a primary person, you know? Just doesn't work out that way. Okay, now Laura's turn for number two.
Okay, how many hours did the police spend searching for Paul? 100 hours.
Yeah. And Edwin, did Paul go to prison?
He didn't, but
No.
he had to pay something.
But some amount of money. Okay. So we're going to listen to a second version. And the second version includes all the same details as the first version. So Paula's not going to be lost. But we're going to hear the second version now.
A man in Australia was ordered to pay $10,000 for faking his own kidnapping and wasting police time. But the most unusual part of this story is possibly his motivation. On New Year's Eve last year, 35-year-old Paul Ira told his partner that he had to meet his financial guy, when in fact it was his lover he was seeing. When his partner didn't buy the story, Paul decided to send her a message from a kidnapper, saying they would only release him the following day in exchange for a rather peculiar ransom, his bicycle. Paul's partner understandably called the police, who eventually located Paul and his lover. He continued to maintain the story that he had been kidnapped by a group of men. But 12 days later, after further investigation, Paul was arrested and charged with making a false statement. Last week, the sentence came out. Judge Michael Ong, despite calling the crime abhorrent, decided not to hand down a jail sentence, but rather make Paul pay for the 200 hours of police work that were wasted searching for him, as well as do 350 hours of community service. After the sentence, Ira's lawyer, Abbas Soki, issued a statement on his behalf, saying that he was pleased to have avoided a jail sentence and continues to enjoy the support of his family and partner.
Okay, let's see. Edwin, did you hear how many hours of police work they spent?
300.
So 350 hours of community service, 200 hours of
Yeah,
police work.
350 hours of community service he had to pay. And how many hours the police spent by looking at him? Okay, 200. Okay, 200 hours.
Yeah, 200 hours to find him. Yeah. And let's ask Paula, did he go to prison?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So we've got some vocabulary here. And we have Cesar with us. So Cesar, I'll let you do the first one if you want to come off mute. We're going to have the first sentence. So it has a gap, a space, and we're going to use one of the words from the top to fill in that space. Are you able to come off of mute, Cesar?
Excuse me, teacher. Please repeat.
Can you do number one for us? Exercise number one.
Teacher, this is my first class.
No, welcome. Welcome to the class. I'll let Laura do the first one for you, and then you can do number two, okay?
Okay. One take. Things piece of plastic that joins things together.
Joins things together. Yeah.
Two things
Okay.
together.
Okay. So Cesar, can you do number two for us?
I think is actually to make.
To make, yeah. And what's the second one? The second blank?
Someone believe.
Believe, yes. Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So can you read the full sentence for us? Can you read the full sentence, Cesar? Number two?
Number two is pretend act to make someone believe something false.
Yep, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then Paula, number three.
Casino, building for playing games for money.
Money, money. There we go. Yep. Yeah, I thought I saw Olga join us, but no, I don't see her. Let's do Laura, number four.
Okay. First, to make someone to do something unwillingly. What is it? How pronounce that word?
Oh, unwillingly. Yeah.
Unwillingly.
Okay. Cool. Welcome, Olga.
Um, hi,
Um,
Spence. I forgot the class. Sorry. I don't know if I
okay.
can join in this moment.
Okay. I mean, you're welcome to watch. I don't know if you can see the slide on your phone.
Mm, yeah, I can see. I can see the
Okay.
vocabulary.
Can you do number 5 for us?
Security cameras,
Mm-hmm.
record. Believe videos, join, record. No, I don't know. I'm not with the stuff you are learning today. You are making today.
Okay. No, that's okay. Okay. Edwin, can you do number 5 for us?
Sure. Security camera records videos of business and homes
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect.
and or homes. Yeah.
Yeah, and or yeah, either one works. Okay. Any questions on the vocabulary?
Yes.
No. Oh, yes.
Could you please explain us the word willingness? Pardon, unwillingly. It's my first time that I saw that word.
Me too.
Okay.
Unwillingly.
So
Sorry, even the pronunciation is very difficult for me.
yeah,
Unwillingly.
yeah. So will like you have like your will, like voluntad, like your desire to do something. Um, and then you have so like when you say I will do this, like you're saying like I have this, like it's going to happen. I'm making it happen. But if you have unwilling, then it's not. So like if we look at the word, it's not want doing. So unwillingly is to
Señor, un favor.
do something against
Tiene uno. Por aquí cerca tiene uno.
one's want
Como que es para allá, ¿cierto? Como que para allá.
desire.
Pasa al león. Sí, o sea, sigue derecho.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Does that help, Paula?
Sorry, Spence?
Does that help the explanation?
Yes, 100%. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool.
Unwillingly. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we have two short texts. So we're going to divide the text up into pieces so that no one has to read the whole thing by themselves. So we'll start with, sorry, we'll start with Cesar. If you want to read the first sentence for us.
Okay. Okay. So, 2013, Rahmel this way. Thank you.
Okay, Ramel
Went
Petway. Mm-hmm.
went missing for 2 weeks.
Okay,
Only
perfect. Yeah.
only 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 his look.
So I just want you to read the first sentence. So that was all. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then we'll have Laura, if you could read from this point here down to where it says hospital.
Okay, a stranger they found him on the streets, his legs and arms were tied up with the petty way pretended to be her So the police load him to the hospital.
Okay, perfect. And then we have Edwin, if you want to continue to hear.
Okay. There, the officer realized that the tape roll was still on his arm, so he probably tied himself up.
Okay,
I
and
I
then
have to continue. Okay.
last we'll have Paula finish the paragraph.
Okay. He just need a history to explain to his girlfriend why he disappeared for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Paula, what does that mean to tie yourself up? Um, it says here he tied himself up. What does that mean, Paula?
I guess is probably Rampmel have has their own hands tied or with
Yeah.
tied.
Yeah, he made it so that his own hands were tied. Exactly. So it's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Okay, cool. And welcome to Gerson. Welcome to the class.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Are you able to help us to read the text? Can you see the text on the screen, Gerson?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. I'll
Okay,
have you read the first sentence for us then. So
okay,
just from here to here.
okay. Hillary Black told the police that she was getting money from a cash machine.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll have Laura, if you want to keep reading for us.
Okay, then a man appeared and forced her to get back into her car and drive to a mall.
Okay, and then Cesar.
And there he stole the money she took out of her bank account.
Okay, perfect. And then we'll have Edwin.
Okay. The police thought Hillary was lying because the mall did not exist.
Okay. And Paula, if you want to finish for us.
After the police saw a video from the security camera showing Hillary alone at the cash machine, she had to tell the truth.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Okay. Um, and what does it mean when it says, Paula, the mall did not exist? What is that?
Mm, Probably she mentioned some mall, some name of mall, but
Mm-hmm.
proves that the space that place doesn't exist or didn't exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, very good. Okay, cool. So we have the dialogue from Paul's story that we had at the beginning. Um, so I'm going to start with Cesar. Can you read the first from here to here? Cesar?
Okay, teacher. Okay. Sorry, but I can't go to the New Year's party with you. Something happened, and I have to see my financial guide tonight.
Okay. So Edwin, you heard the audio at the beginning. Who is this referring to? Who's talking in this dialogue?
Paul is talking.
And who is he talking to?
Um, he's talking probably with the police.
Is he talking to the police? He's the one that got arrested, remember? Who is he trying to escape from? Who is he lying to? You remember who
At
he
the
was
end, he's
lying to?
lying to her partner, to his
Yeah,
partner.
yeah, talking to his partner. Okay, and remembering the vocabulary is partner number one or number two?
Number one.
Number one, yeah, primary. And lover,
Lover, number two.
number two, secondary.
Secondary relationship.
Secondary relationship, exactly. Okay. We will have Jerson, if you want to read the second line of dialogue.
Yes. My husband was kidnapped. Please help me find him.
Okay, and we'll ask Laura, who said this?
Eh, I don't find my husband.
Sorry, Laura?
I don't know, it's okay, but I think so is I don't find my husband.
Yeah, so somebody can't find their husband. Who can't find their husband?
I could help Laura.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's Paul is talking to the police, no?
Um, in this case, no.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. We have well let's see, Cesar, what did you have to add?
I think it's lover or wife, your wife.
Yeah, yeah, the wife. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so his
Okay,
partner
I'm
is talking to. And who is Cesar, who is his wife talking to?
She's
You
talking to the
repeat?
police.
The police. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The police.
Teacher, excuse me. What is the meaning of kidnapped?
Um,
Kidnapped.
oh, kidnapped. Kidnapped,
Kidnapped.
like I think sequestrado. Is that right?
Okay,
Yeah.
teacher.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
translation of kidnapped.
Yeah. So, but in this case, it's como sequestrado falso, like it's a fake kidnapping. He wasn't really kidnapped. Okay.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. And then, Jerson, can you read the last line of dialogue for us?
Yeah. And you did something very wrong, and now you have to pay for it.
Okay. And we'll have Paula. Who was talking? Who were they talking to?
I guess it's the police talking with Paul.
You're very close. It's not the police in this case. Who else could it be?
Hmm.
Part of the legal system, part of justice.
Mm, sorry, I don't know Spanish. Let
Okay.
me think.
Do you know who gave the decision? The decision that he had to do the community service and he wouldn't go to jail? Okay.
In
Laura.
this
the
Laura.
police with Paul.
Sorry, who?
The police say that's a Paul.
You would think it would be the police, but it's not the police. Anyone else?
Maybe Paul's lover?
It's the judge.
The
The judge.
judge. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, the people that make him pay for it, right? That give him the punishment. The police don't give the punishment. Um, the police give the, um, you know, they arrest you. Um, but then you have to um, talk to the judge. Okay. So we are going to look at some quick questions. So we'll have okay, Laura, question number one.
Was the history was easy to solve? But history, I don't know.
Or which was the easiest to solve? How about that? Which story was the easiest to solve?
I have a question, Spence, about the question number one.
It's about what
Was
is
the story was easy? I mean, is that correct? The grammar is correct of the question because was the story was easy or was the story easy to
Oh,
solve?
no, you're right. Yeah, typo. Whoopsie. We'll put a line to that. Was the story easy to solve? Okay, yeah, good catch. Okay. Um,
I'm lost. What history the
Paul's story, was it easy to catch Paul?
I think the first.
Okay. Yeah, so
Maybe no, because the police took 200 hours. For me, it's a
yeah,
lot of
no,
time.
yeah, it's a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll say no, it was not easy to solve. Okay. And then we'll do Edwin. Should Paul have gone to prison?
Well, good question. But at the end, it depends of the judicial system, you know? I mean, the judge have to make a decision based on the law. So if the law says that he has to go to the prison, so that's it. But in this case, maybe he had the opportunity of paying something instead of going to the prison.
Okay, so
So it's up
um,
to the law. Yeah.
okay. And then we had Jerson. Would you fake a kidnapping? Jerson.
Okay, okay. I am thinking. I am thinking. Um,
Okay.
about the last question, would you fake kidnapping? How?
Maybe not how, just would you? Yes or no. Would you do it?
Would you fake?
Yeah, is that something that you would do? Would you pretend that you were kidnapped in order to trick your family and lie to the police? Okay.
No,
Um,
I have no idea, teacher. Sorry.
I'm gonna put no. Just like that is a bad idea. Um, yeah, yeah, like, but yeah, I mean, maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. We don't know. Um, but yeah, it's a bad idea. You shouldn't. How about this? You shouldn't do it. I don't know if you would, but you shouldn't. Okay. And then we have 7 minutes left. So we're going to look at some grammar. So we will get, let's see, Laura, can you read the top paragraph for us from here
Okay,
down to
read
here?
these sentences from the text and answer the question. These legs and arms were tied up with tape. Who tied these legs and arms up? This finger was broken. Who broken this finger?
Okay. I'll have Edwin if you want to answer the questions.
Okay. I need to check. I'm looking for type of meaning.
Okay. Or before we answer the questions, Edwin, actually, I'm gonna have Paula give you a big clue about the answer to both of those questions. So remember, you're answering these questions at the top, but Paula's gonna give you a big clue. Paula, can you read the text at the bottom?
Okay, I remember.
Oh, Laura, Paula's gonna read the bottom for us first. Okay.
Okay. Uh, this part, right?
Yeah, this part here in blue.
We form the past passive with was, were, plus past participle. We use the past passive when we don't know who did something.
Okay. So we don't know who did something. Okay, so Edwin, who tied his hands, his legs and arms up?
His legs and arms were tied up by him.
Do we know that?
Sorry?
Do we know that from the sentence? So it says here, we don't know, when we use the passive voice, we don't know who did it. So,
Okay, no. In this case, we know. I mean, based in the
oh, in the
evidence, the
story,
police
yeah.
know that. Yeah, in the story, the police knew that he did it by himself.
Okay, and then what about for the second one? Edwin also.
We don't know. We don't know.
Okay, because we didn't read that story, so yeah, so we don't know. We don't know. Okay. And in case there weren't enough colors already, I'm going to put one more color here. We're going to do green. And that is the passive voice is with was or were. So we have those two as options for us. Okay. So we're trying to use these sentences here in the passive voice. Okay. We will start with Cesar, if you want to do number one.
I think three men were arrested after the bank robbery.
Okay. Three men were, and what was the word?
Three men were arrested after the bank robbery.
Okay, we're missing something right here.
Arrest, arrest,
Arrested.
arrested.
Arrested. Yeah, they were arrested.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. Now we have Edwin.
Yes, number two.
Mm-hmm.
The car was stolen in front of the police station.
Okay. So the past of steal. Do you know the past of steal, Edwin?
Stole,
Stolen?
Stolen. Yeah, there we go. Stolen. Perfect.
stolen. Okay, passport. Oh yeah, stolen.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the tricky part of passive voice is that we have these things here. The irregular past tense. And then Jerson, number 3.
Yeah. Yes, after more than 30 years, the crime finally was solved.
Oh, yep. Perfect. Okay. Cool. We'll do Laura, number 4.
The jewelries were uh, weren't
Okay.
found until later that state.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Paula, number 5. You're on mute, Paula.
Yes, sorry. The wallet was taken while I was watching the show.
Okay. Perfect. And then let's have Cesar, number 6.
Mm, What what did you told about the kind of kidnapping?
Kidnapping? Okay. You're very close. Um, so in this lesson, we're using was or were to create the passive voice. So we can't have did.
Um,
Or
was
was it
I think it was. What was
was
you told?
you told? Okay. Um, let's see. Um, can we get a little help? Paula.
Okay, I guess it's what were you of I'm sorry, I don't know what is the past participle of tell,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
but
Yep.
I guess
Yep. What were
told.
you told? Yep.
So
Okay, told, sorry.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah. So when we're, like doing our tables, right? I was, you were, he was, he was. Like when we do the table, it's very easy, right? But when we're like dealing with like a real sentence, in the past tense as a question, with the passive voice, yeah, it becomes a lot more complicated. So you all did a great job today. That last one was intentionally a hard question to just encourage you guys to keep learning. Hopefully, I see you all back next week on Monday, and have a great rest of your night.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
So
much.
much. Thank you.
Teacher.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.